Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Eileen. I have a craft with me. I wanted to do this tutorial, and this is for Tamika, Tamika Sending Smiles. I'm participating in her mystery craft swap, and I am creating this tutorial for her. Let's see. I'm making an explosion box, okay? And this is, let me just get myself a little more organized. This is my prototype, okay? And it looks like this. And there's a lid, and you pull the lid off, and you have your sides. They pop down, FYI. This is not an original idea, but I did come up with my own measurements. Okay, so these are my measurements that I came up with myself in my own brain. And it was quite a feat. Okay, so the first box, the main box I measured is about 5 by 5, and then the next box that I open is a 4 by 4, and then the last box on the center is a 3 by 3. Okay, now, like I said, I made these measurements myself, so I had to do many prototypes. This is my final prototype. And yeah, I will go over measurements with you in just a minute. You could do a lot with this little box. I'm just going to show you for right now. The first part I'm just showing you is just the what it's going to look like. So here we go. For my explosion box, I started with a 5 by 5 box. And what you need, because I tried to use the 12 by 12, and I had to bring down the measurements because we don't have 15 by 15 cardstock. And I'll get to that in a minute. But so to make this first box, we're going to use a 5-inch square. We need one 5-inch square, 5 by 5, and we need 4 to build up our sides. We need a 5.5 by 5.5. And then the reason for the 1/2 inch is for our glue flaps, so our glue tabs. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Let's go through it. So here we go. This is 5 inches by 5 inches, okay? And I'll show you here, 5-inch square. I cut out 2. One is to create the box, and the other is to go on the bottom. Because you see, we're going to glue our flaps to the outside, and I wanted to cover the flaps so that when you look at the bottom, I mean, everybody wants to see how everything's put together. So we're just going to cover that up just to cover our flaps, okay? So we got 2, actually, 5 by 5. I should change that. Let me change that real quick. So you need 2, all right? I'm not even covering like all your decorative layering pieces. That'll be later. And then here are your 5.5 by 5 inches. Okay, with that, we take our scoreboard, and we have our 4 pieces that we need to make the box. And we're going to take the 5.5 inch side, line that up, and then take your score tool, and we're going to put a score mark at the 1/2 inch. So we're scoring at the 1/2 inch. Okay, so now you see where that measurement is coming from. There it is, 5.5. Oops. Sorry guys. So 5.5 by 5. All right, so there you go. It's not a square. Those are sides, 5.5 by 5. All right, let me move that out of the way. Good thing I'm doing this with you. All right, so we're going to take the next one, and we're just going to go ahead and line up that 5.5 inch side, and score on the 1/2 inch mark. All right. Now the 5-inch box is the only one that's a little tricky, where we had to cut our pieces. But the other boxes are easier. All right. So we've got them all lined up, scored at the 1/2 inch, and now we have our 5 by 5 square. And take those and fold them down. It's always easier to push away to fold your score marks, at least for me. Okay, so we just fold all of those down, and for now, just for demonstration's sake, we're going to glue. I'm going to use the tape runner rather than the glue. Okay, we'll take our tape runner and run it down, and then we're going to line this up. Try to keep it as square. We're taking one of the 5 by 5 squares and lining that up as straight as we can. Okay, and press down, just to make it easy. So what I'm doing, I'm going to go opposite sides, and the nice side of my cardstock is going to be facing out, and I'm going to put this on this side. Okay, and we're just going to take that. We're just making easy boxes. Okay, the other idea I had was to use some boxes, nesting boxes from Dollar Tree, but I was, highly discouraged from that part because we want to craft. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take this and put our tape runner here. You can use hot glue, wet glue, whatever glue you want. I am using my tape runner. So permanent tape, permanent tape runner. There we go. And press it down. Nice and simple. Okay. Remember, this is the larger box of the 3. And gonna line that up. Okay. There we go. All right, so now we have the base of our box. And now we flip it over and you see how we have the flaps all showing. So we're going to take the cover here and cover this up. So go ahead, take my tape runner, and later on I can probably go back in and add glue if I need to, but for now, demonstration purposes only, I'm using my tape runner. How many times do I have to say that? I'm so repetitive, sorry. All right, so now we take this and just make sure we're lined up nice and even. All right, burnish that down. Now, this cardstock that I'm using is textured. You can see, there you go, like a linen texture. There we go. All right, so now our base of the box is built. I like to take our flaps and push them down and make sure they're nice and squared. Okay, so we're going to put that to the side. And then we have this piece here, which is a 6 5/8 square. This is our lid. Okay, so we have 6 5/8 square, and we're going to score at the 3/4 inch mark. Okay, so 3/4 inch on all 4 sides. So I mean, I'm gonna score this and then I'm gonna rotate. Score this, rotate. All of them are 3/4 inch. These are the flaps to the lid. Okay, and now for the lid part, I'm gonna take my scissors, and this is where we create our glue flaps. Okay, so I'm gonna take the first 2 here, these 2 corners, you can see that, and I want to cut on the straight line here up to the score mark, and then I'm going to try and cut a little triangle right there. Cut that out, just a sliver, and then cut this one out. All right, I'll move over here. I'm going to cut the same thing, cut a little triangle out, and then we're going to cut off the sliver up to the score mark. So here we have our 2 flaps on this side. I don't want to go here. I want to go on the opposite side. So I'm going to rotate that all the way around, and I'm going to do the same here and create my glue flaps. Okay, just like that. And go to the next one and cut that. And then we're going to cut this. All right. So now we've created our lid. Just move that out the way. And what I said I'm going to do is push away from us. So there's the score marks, and we're going to push away. Okay, go around. It just makes it easier. And then we open that back up, and we're going to push down, push away, push down, whichever one you prefer. Okay. And we're using a pretty good weight cardstock. This cardstock is a paper pad, and I got this from Louisa from the D-Stash. It was a Michael's Hot Buy. These are wedding neutrals. Okay, so this, what does it say? What's the weight of this paper? No, it does not say. No, 12 by 12, that's all. Centimeters does not say the weight. All right, anyway, pretty heavy, pretty good heavyweight cards. Not heavy, but it's not paper thin. All right, so now again, I'm just going to use my tape runner, and I'm going to glue my flap. Actually, let me put the tape on both. I'm not even using a lot, guys. I'm just putting enough to hold. There we go. So take the flap, and we want to line this edge with the folded edge. And that's perfect. Perfect, perfect. Just like that, okay? And just go around and close it up. All right, so let me bring in my base again, and let me show you how easy this is going to fit. And we use the 5/8, 5 and, what did I say? Yeah, the 6 5/8. We needed that 5/8 of an inch because we want the lid to be only 5 1/8 inch bigger, a 1/8 inch space around the box. Okay, that makes sense. So here we go. There's our base and our lid, and it fits so good. Look at that. Whoops. I tried other measurements, and they were either too tight or too loose, and so I gave it that 1/8 of an inch space, and that worked out better. Okay, so next we're going to work on our 4-inch box. Here we go. And to make the 4-inch box, we need a 12 by 12 sheet and no cutting. We're going to score. So let's get that in here. Okay. So let's go. So here's our 12 by 12. Okay. I'll bring in our measurements again. So we have our 12 by 12 here, and we're going to score at 4 inches all the way around. And then for our lid, we need a 5 5/8 by 5 5/8. And we're going to go all the way around and score at the 3/4 inch to give us our 4 1/8 inch lid. Okay, I already cut out the lid part. I'm just going to show you all the scoring. So this one is our base for the box. We're going to use the whole sheet 12 by 12, and we're going to score at 4 inches right there. I'm going to rotate that and score all the way around. And next, what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the corners. So each of these corners need to be removed completely. And if you're really good with your paper trimmers, I would say go for it. But I am not, so I'm going to do scissors. Okay. If I can get my hand steady enough. Okay, and then we'll just rotate that, and we're going to cut up to the first score mark, and this will remove the first square. So there you go, just like that. And it's going to be a really easy box. And this one is a cross. You know, like I said, if you're good with the paper trimmer, go for it. I am not. Rotate again, and then line that up on the score mark and just cut the square off. There we go. Okay, and we're down to the last two. Cut this. There we go. And we will be left with a cross. All right, so remember, we're not making a regular box. We're making a what is it called? Explosion box. So here we go. We're going to push away and push away. Okay, makes it a lot easier. All right, now there is our box. And I'm going to put that to the side. And for the lid, we need the 5 5/8. And then we're going to score it at the 3/4 inch. Okay, so I'm going to line this up 3/4 inch, score on each side. This is our lid for our box. So now we've got this going. All right. And we're going to do the same with this one as we did the original box, the 5. So let's get these out of the way. All right, and then get that out of the way for now. And push away. Look at how fast these boxes are coming together. Okay, it's really easy. Just adjust your measurements if you wanted a different size box and lid. You know, measurements are easy to change once you get the idea, right? And I think we got all of them. Nice and flat. So now we're going to take our flaps, the good side facing up, put the tape onto your glue tabs. I received an explosion cake from a friend, and that's what gave me this idea. Cake and box, I guess. Yeah. So there you go. There's the second box. So let's put that into our first box and keep them together. All right. It's a little fussy at first, but you know, can handle it. We will get to the decorating and how to keep it closed down the road, but for now we're going to move on to our 3-inch box. And like I said, I already cut these, pre-cut them so we could get through this quicker. The 3-inch box, you need a 9x9 square, and then you also need a 4 5/8 by 4 5/8 for the lid. Okay, now the 9x9, and take our scoreboard here and take the scoreboard, and we need to score it at 3 inches all the way around. 3, rotate it, 3, rotate it, 3, and last time 3. Okay, and now we are going to cut off the 4 corners again. This, like I said, the smaller boxes are easier because you could use this T-shaped box making skills, right? So, whoops, we'll cut the next one.
Rotate it, cut this one off, and then cut the next one. Rotate it, cut the next one off. Okay, and then we're going to go to the next score mark. Goes really quickly, huh? And go cut this one off. And then the last one cut off. There we go. And we've got our little squares. I'm going to push away. Right, and push. Ooh, it's not squared off. Push away. And fold this one down. Push away. The next one. Okay, so here is our third and final box. Just like that, and leave that there. We take our lid, and our lid is 4 5/8 by 4 5/8. Okay, and we're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 of an inch, all the way around. Let's try to make sure I'm on the right side. And on this. And the last one. And we're going to do the same to this one, like we did the other lids, and straight up, triangle, triangle, like that. Next, straight up, triangle, triangle. And we're going to rotate it all the way around, opposite side, and straight up, whoops, and then triangle. Okay, and then a little sliver. Straight up. There we go. Last one. And then we're going to get this out of the way. Put right side on top. Glue onto our tabs. Glue here. A little tiny strip. And then I forgot to fold it. Fold it, fold it. Fold it. Don't forget to fold your tabs. Fold them down. Fold your flaps. Okay? Like that. Alright. Got a little ahead of myself. Line up that outside edge. And press it down. Like so. Outside edge there. Now, if you're doing this at home, use the stronger glue, okay?
So now we're done using all this tape for now. Here is our 3-inch box with our lid. And there it goes. Just like that. Okay. So now we're going to move on. We're going to... You can attach your boxes. You can. You can attach them, or you can let them be loose. It's up to you. But we're going to have to work out on how to square this off. So, you know, it's in the center Okay, so they're 1 inch smaller than each other. So we're going to use a 1/2 inch to make our measurements and make sure that it's in the right spot. So that's a 1/2 inch. I'm measuring from this line to the score mark on the 4-inch box. So that's a 1/2 inch. And that is a 1/2 inch from the score mark to the edge of the 3-inch box. So that helps a lot to square off our boxes. So just a little bit of adjusting here and double checking, pressing it down. Okay, so now I'm holding the boxes and I'm going to flip this over nice and gentle. Okay, and if you want, you could use glue. Like I said, I am using tape. Okay. Okay. Now put my hand up under there and double check it. And that's good for me. I'm calling it done. Okay. Now, of course, you could have added decorative paper to the base. Like you could add decorative paper here. You could add decorative paper on the 4-inch one facing up. But like I said, I'm not doing that right now. So we're just going to go with it. So we're going to put this one in place. And we're going to measure from the 4-inch edge of the box to the fold on the 5-inch. And we want to have exactly 1/2 inch on each side. And that helps to center. Yep, that's a 1/2 inch. And that's a 1/2 inch right there. I'm just going to go around and double check and make sure you're measuring the right place. Okay, we are good. So now I'm going to take the 4-inch box and do the same thing we did with the 3-inch. We're going to add our tape. The other thing we could do is add magnets if you choose to use magnets for your box to hold it in place. But we're going to go with the tape. Like I said, we're going to stick with the original idea. There we go. Our boxes are now in place. So there we go. Our 4 boxes. And it gives us 1/2 inch in between each of the boxes. So if we wanted to decorate these inside flaps, we can do that still. And if we wanted to put chunky things on there, like rosettes or something, we have the space to do it, right? So here is our 3-inch. So cute. And then here is the 4-inch. And bring this side up. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. And the more layers of paper that we add, decorative papers, the sturdier our box gets, right? And it has little room, wiggle room. It won't be so tight when you add layer pieces here. The lid will be able to go on and off easily. So now the other thing we wanted to do was make sure there's a closure so that the lid stays on. Okay guys, I'm back. So I cut a 12 by 12. I used 2 12 by 12s decorative paper, and I cut out 1 2 3 4 5 6. I cut out 6 of these. So let me get these off, and let's layer this up. Okay, so now I should have done this before I assembled my lid, but that's okay. We're going to use our tape runner again. Like I said, this is all tutorial sake. I cut these pieces out 4 7/8 inches. So it just takes away 1/8 of an inch for the 5-inch lid, and there you go. You get this on and push it down. Get it on there. Okay, so there's one for the lid. Now it's more difficult now because I glued the boxes to each other. So yeah, there we go. Do these before you attach the boxes to each other. Like, you get your decorative papers cut out to layer on. You know what I'm saying? So that it's easier to attach to the box or to your sides. So there we go. Lay that down. Press this down. Hey, Kev. And then I'm going to do that to all 4 sides, and I'll be back. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So it took me a few days to come back to this project, but I wanted to come and share how I'm decorating the box. So let me show you what I have done so far off camera. I added the layering pieces to the lid and to the outside and the bottom. I did die cut some trim, and this is a KS Craft die. I will share that with you in a minute, but I'm going to add it to the lid of all the boxes. Okay, so uh-oh, my boxes, it just wants to pop out. Anyway, so here I layered the decorative paper on the inside panels, and then the next box, or box number 2, I added more layering pieces to the box panels on the outside, also on the top and the inside. I used a different pattern, and when you take this off, I'm sorry, I kind of messed up by tilting my box and shaking it. So okay, so the inside panel, I have whatever is the paper the decorative paper that I was using on the next layer. So the inside matches the inside panels, and then the lid on the inside of box number 2 matches the inside panels of box number 2. And then the outside panel number 3, I added the different design of blue. And then when you pop this one open, this matches the inside box panel. There we go. I love it. I love all the colors. It's so springish and fresh. And like I said, this design I was able to leave 1/2 inch on the sides of the box and a lot of room on the top, because if you wanted to add some decorations on the top here, you have space up on here. So you can see how much space is, like a whole inch. So you have a lot of room to play. And see also on the next level, you can see what's next. On the big box, you also have another inch up here and 1/2 inch in between the box panels. All right, if that didn't confuse you enough, I'm going to start decorating. So I'm going to put the lid on here, and I'm going to attach this paper trim. This is from KS Crafts. This was a was this December, November, one of the releases. I don't remember anymore, but this is one of the later release from KS Crafts. And I cut all of these out 4 times so that I have a different trim for each of the lids. And so I'm going to take the lid off, and I just glued 3 strips together for this one. This one, it should be more than enough. So I'm going to glue it on just like that. And I'm going to use my liquid glue. Whoops. So instead of layering, you know, like I did here, I'm just going to use the trim, kind of bulk it up. So actually, let's not use wet glue. I think I'm going to use my hot glue. Whoops, I didn't turn it on. Wonderful. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back and my hot glue is ready. But I took my trim and I scored a little piece off the edge because I wanted it to go around the corner, right about there. And then I measured 5 1/8 because that is the size of our lid. All the way around, 5 1/8 to go around our lid. And then when it comes to the end, I'll probably cut it off and then just glue the last strip. So let's get started. I'm going to put some glue and I'm going to make that the official start.
The cover, the trim. Now, hopefully, I cut it all even. We shall see. Alright, so let me move that out of the way. And I'm just going to add the hot glue and go around the edge. Alright. Easy peasy. And this will give us some sturdiness to the lip of our cover. Whoops. Whip it up. Okay. Hot glue. Okay. Just like that. Alright. That's great, but it is what it is. Okay. Oops. And that is that. I think I will cut this off. Yep. Just like that. We got our first lid taken care of. And I don't think you need to see me do this on the other lid, so I'm just going to spare you the misery. And I'll come back after I get all the lids put on with the trim. Look how cute that is. Oh, I love it. Love it. Let me show you before I go.
Okay. Very cute. Oh yeah. Look at that. I love that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so impressed. Yeah. Okay. So that's that. I'll be back after I put them onto the rest of the lids. Oh, and they're going to be different. It's not going to be the same as the one I used on the first box. So I'm going to use the other trims. This will probably be on the smaller box. And I did just use shimmer paper from the paper pad that I've shared before. So yeah, and this is all I did. Try to match up the pattern. May or may not be so easy. Something somewhere. Something like that. I don't know. Might have to make it, I don't know. Anyway, I'll come back. Okay, here we go. I got the smaller box on. Nice and square. I thought it's really cute. Don't need much because then I'm gonna add more stuff to it. Here is box number 2. This is so pretty. And box number 1. Okay. Alrighty. Here we go. There they go. I love it. We also got to make the closure. So, trying to think, what do I want to do for the closure? So this is all just cardstock with some paper, not cardstock layers. It's not as sturdy because I used paper, scrapbooking paper, to add my layers on. So if you want, I suggest that you use cardstock for your layering pieces, but this is paper, so it's not going to be as strong. Once we get our layering decorative pieces on here, I don't know how much decorating I'm going to do. I don't think you need to see me decorate it. You guys can, you know, decorate to your heart's content, but I think I'm going to use this little egg right here to decorate my top. And I put this together off camera. It's just some dies from my stash and some florals also from the stash. Yeah, so I think you guys get the idea. I'll come back and show you the final product when I get it all decorated, because yeah, it's too boring to watch me decorate because I go back and forth with a lot of things. So anyway, I'll be back. All right, guys, this is as far as I'm going to decorate this box. I added my Easter egg on the top, and you can see these are all KS Craft dies. The little tulip is from Dollar Tree. It had, it was part of a tulip banner for spring. I don't know if I'll come back and share what I do with the outside, but I will decorate it. This is what it looks like with the trim that we added. It's very pretty. I like that. The trim is also the KS Crafts. So when you lift, I already lifted the lid. So when you lift the lid, it's supposed to open up like that. And then I decorated this lid. It has a rosette from the Rosette Guru. And I took one of my bag toppers that I already created in previous videos. This is another KS Craft bag topper for Easter. This is 2024. I cut off the handle and added to the bunny. Now these bunnies I got from Dollar Tree, and they were also several years ago. So you guys could find them in different colors at Dollar Tree if they're still available. The rosette is also from Rosette Guru. I don't know if I said that already. I turned these into paper clips. The yellow trim is from the Rosette Guru, and I added it to my background, added the bunny, added my stack books that I had created in earlier videos. And the way I'm adding it to our exploding box, I took some cardstock and added the like a little tuck spot. So I just put glue here and here, and there's an opening. So now you just take your paper clip and stick it through there. It's a little hard doing it on camera, of course. Oh my goodness. There you go. It works. So there, fits perfectly in our square. I thought that would be a really cute addition. So I turned them into paper clips. So there's two of them, a purple and a pink. And I have that over here also, the same situation. And then I added the butterfly paper clips here to the side. Same thing. I added some cardstock and just glued the outside edge so that you could pull in and out our little butterfly paper clip. So yeah, there goes that. And then here is the second lid with the pretty trim here. Another Rosette Guru. Or did I already say that? I think I already shared this. Anyway, I'm tired. So on the second box, box number 2, I added these little bunny shakers that I created in a previous video. I also die cut these Easter sentiments. It says Cottontail. These two say Happy Easter. And then my topper here, I have another Rosette Guru mini rosette on the top of this box. I took one of the baby lambs, this KS Crafts die again, and the Happy Easter sentiments that I cut out before, all the KS Crafts, added to my top of the box. And then here we go. It opens up. This is what it looks like. And you see, I filled in that gap. So now my lid won't be bouncing around inside. The inside of the box number 3, I added some bows that I created. These are all KS Craft bows. Shared these before. And then I added the bunnies. I might add more, but for now, that's what I got in here. And then I had the carrot bows from KS Crafts. I added them here. Again, this is the only one that doesn't have a butterfly, and I think it's too late now, so I'm just going to leave it like it is. And what I did with the bunny shakers and these bows, I used Dollar Tree double stick dots. These sticky dots, they use them for the party balloons. So you could stick them. I was going to see if I had a box, but I don't. They're in the party section at Dollar Tree, and where the balloons are, this is what they use to stick up the balloons and streamers. So that is our exploding box. I hope you guys enjoyed this long tutorial. Don't forget to tag me and Tamika. This is for her mystery swap, spring swap. And everything in here, if they're a die, majority of them are KS Crafts. But the exploding box itself, like I said in the beginning, these are all my measurements and my creations. That's what I came up with. So again, I appreciate you all. If you're new here, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button and join our crafty family. And while you're there, hit the notification bell. And I'll let you know when I load a new video like this or when I go live here on my channel. So thank you again for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.